Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday. Let's get into our emails here. Maybe? There we go. Let's see. I normally do the first three, but it looks like we've only got one build and 3 repairs, so we may do these first 4 here. This first email says, "Hi, I used to build my own PCs, but I don't have time anymore. Can you help? I need 60 FPS in Dota 2, minimum spec. I need it in 9 days. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. I'm a total team group fanboy. So for 2,500 bucks, I'm pretty sure we can get him better than minimum spec in Dota 2 at 60 FPS. So let's go ahead and accept that one. This next email here says, "Can you help with this? Could you repair my rig? Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? My brother kicked the computer, the screen went black, and now it doesn't turn on. Have you got any ideas what might be wrong? It's urgent, so please hurry. I have never cleaned it out. Is that okay?" Well, I mean, I guess if you want a filthy PC, that would be just fine. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Next one here says, "What's up? Can you make some repairs for me? Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? I just don't know my own strength sometimes. Can you repair the RAM? Can you do it in 7 days? My PC lives on the floor, so I'm pretty sure it's full of dust. I think I might have visited one too many dodgy sites." All right. So, diagnose and fix. We will see what we can do. Let's go ahead and accept that one. And the last one here says, "Hi, are you available for a job? My PC is broken. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? Smelled like burning last night, and now it doesn't boot. Can you fix the PSU? When I picked it up, a load of stuff came out. It's not like that inside, is it?" I would say it probably is. "I was on PC Bay the other day and saw some awesome braided pink cables. I think I clicked on something bad." Okay, so let's accept that one as well. Let's go back to this one. Let's pull up Will It Run. Let's go to Dota 2. Minimum spec, i5 6600 and a GTX 960. So I'm pretty sure we can definitely do better than that. But I'm going to step away, get a build put together, and be right back. So for this Dota 2 build, we're going to go with a MSI Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon, an i5 7500, 4 sticks of Team Group T-Force Delta 2, 4 gig 3000 MHz, a Zotac 1080, an EVGA 750 watt power supply, a ADATA, 960 gig, M.2, 2 4 terabyte Seagate Barracudas. We're going to put that in a Cooler Master, a Master Case Maker 5T. And for the CPU cooler, we're going to go with a Gigabyte ATC 700, which we have in stock and hopefully will fit in the case. So let's go ahead and purchase all of this. Let's go end our day. We'll get our repairs and parts in, and we can get started working. Holy moly, must have gotten something in from PC Bay. Probably that one. Let's go throw that in the cabinet. Go ahead and get our stuff here. Let's start with the repairs. We'll get all of them on a bench here. All these filthy, dusty beasts. That's a little tiny thing, isn't it? All right. So let's start with this one. Get the side panel off. Let's get our compressed air going, and we will clean this filthy thing out. Probably needs more than compressed air, but that's all they give us in this game. Maybe. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. So will it power at all? No CPU found. Okay. So Oat Kingsley He kicked it. Whoops. So let's pull this cooler off. Let's pull the CPU out. What am I looking for? CPUs. Got a Ryzen 7 1700 that's broken. Do I happen to have one in stock? I do, but it's used. All right, let's go order one. Oops. 1700. Let's add that to the cart. Let's move on to this next PC. We'll get our compressed air out. We will clean this filthy beast. Or we'll try to anyway. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's see if this one will boot at all. No RAM. No RAM. So, let's power it down. Let's pull this stick of RAM out. See what we're working with here. Get down to the bottom of this. G-Skill FlareX. Probably have some in stock, but it's used. And it's a different megahertz. So let's go order a 2400 megahertz G-Skill FlareX. Let's add that to the cart. Was that mysterious water? So we will have to run a virus scan on that one. This one wants braided pink cables. Thing's also filthy as can be. That was a tiny little case. Let's get our compressed air. Let's see if we can get this cleaned out. Just trying. Come on. There we go. I think that's all clean now. Let's see. No power. Okay. So we'll start by just pulling all the cables here. Let's get this power supply out. Let's have a look at it first. Broken Silverstone. ST55FPT. And like, I'll remember all of those numbers and letters. But let's see. Power supplies. Silverstone. Is it that one? I think it was. I'm going to add that to the cart. Let's double check. Power supply. ST55F PT. That's it. Okay, let's get all of this delivered same day. We'll come back to this one. Let's get the CPU in it. Let's get rid of the broken one. Get that installed. Let's get some thermal paste on it. And we will get the cooler back on, which is maybe this Arctic freezer. Pretty sure it was. Whoops. Meant to click cable. Let's cable that up. Let's see if it powers on now. Okay. So this one is done. Let's get the side panel back on it. And we can move this out to the hall. We'll grab this case and we will throw it over there. Okay, so this one was RAM related. So it's this G-Skill FlareX. Let's get rid of that broken one. Let's get that installed. Let's power it on. Okay. So we can get our USB drive in. Let's get our virus scanner on there. And we will see how many viruses this computer actually has. Man, they must not have an SSD. It is installing slowly. Let this restart. Okay. Let's take a look. 607. Okay. Let's clear those off. Should be good to go now, so let's get the side panel put back on. And we can get this one out in the hall. And lastly, this little monster. Let's remove all these green cables, because they said they wanted pink braided cables. Let's get rid of this broken power supply. Let's get the new one in. And let's see if I happen to have pink braided cables. Ribbon braided plain pink. Let's get everything cabled up here. See if it powers on now. Okay. I think this one also had some viruses, so let's throw a USB drive in there. We'll get our virus scanner installed. And we can see if this one has more than, what was it, 607 on the other one. We'll see if this one has more viruses than the previous PC. Alright. 568. Nope, they didn't beat it. Let's clean that up. We'll get the side panel put back on. And we can power this down and go put it out in the hall. Okay, now for our build. Let's get this case somewhatly taken apart here. That might be all we need to take off to start with. Let's get our motherboard in. It's the MSI Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon. We'll get that screwed down. Get some of those out of the way. Whoops. Let's get this ready for CPU and RAM. Let's get the CPU in there. The i5 7500. And we will get in our, I think we were putting in 4 sticks. Let me just scroll this way here. Yeah. 4 sticks of Team Group. Three. And 4. All right. Let's get some storage in this thing. It's getting one of these ADATA 960 gig M.2 drives, as well as two 4 terabyte hard drives. It's because they gave us lots of money to play with, so we spent it for them. Get that in there. Let's see if the cooler I was planning on putting in fits. It's this gigabyte. Ah, it does. Excellent. Let's get our graphics card in. Scroll this way as well. The Zotac. Man, that thing just barely fits. If it was much longer, we'd have to take out some of these hard drive bays. Okay. Let's get our power supply in, which is the EVGA. Oops, Supernova. Forgot this case has a ring that needs to come off first. Whoops. Alright, well, I guess we took the back side of the case off. Let's get this PSU mount back on. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's cable this up. Let's go with... Let's maybe just do black cables. Ribbon braided plain black. Let's see what that looks like. Since there's already red and stuff in this case. Get everything cabled up here. Let's get a USB drive in. Let's power this on. Make sure it starts up. We will hop into the BIOS. Let's turn our XMP on. Make sure it's booting from the M.2 drive. And let the OS install. Okay, let's get this case put back together. Put this side panel on. Now that is very dark tinted. Can't even hardly tell anything lights up in there. Alright, well this is good to go. Let's power it down and put it out in the hallway so we can collect some money. So let's start with the build that we just finished. Discard that. We're about to be a level 20. So let's collect that. Collect that one. And that one. So we did rank up. We've unlocked a 9th gen processors, a rigid water cooling pipes, excellent. Looking forward to dealing with some rigid, as I'm not a big fan of the non-rigid. We've unlocked the 8086, the 9600K. Very cool. Get rid of that, and we've got a bunch of new emails. We will save those for another episode. I'm going to end this episode here, so if you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.